calling the meeting to order at 8:37. Welcome, everyone. Again, my name is Lorraine Clark. I'm the meeting facilitator. We'll go ahead and do a roll call of the committee members. As I call your name, you can just state your role and present. Committee member Joan Taylor.
Joan Taylor, nurse member, present.
Scott Gunther, nurse member, present.
Andrew Berger, community member, present.
Okay, with that, it is a quorum has been established at 8:37. We'll go ahead and proceed to agenda item 2.0, web instructions for how the public can participate in the public portion of the meeting. IEC moderator.
Good morning. This is the IEC moderator. I will be moderating the meeting. To facilitate public comment, we will be utilizing the WebEx question and answer feature, now known as Slido. When the committee reaches a point in the agenda at which public comment is appropriate, the question and answer feature will be turned on, and members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by inserting the phrase, "I would like to make a comment," in the question box, which is typically in the lower right of your screen. I will then call on the individual and unmute their microphone. The individual will have 2 minutes to make their comments. I will not give a warning as your time approaches. I will mute your microphone and will announce that your time is exceeded the time allotted. I will then proceed to the next member of the public who has a comment. We will also query our on-site location for comments as well. Please note that the question and answer feature is being used only as a means for members of the public to represent that they would like to make a verbal comment. When your turn comes, you will be prompted to unmute. If your question can be answered, the committee will respond accordingly. When making your comment, please speak about anything you believe is important for the members to know. Remember, committee members cannot address any item not on the agenda, items not on the agenda at that moment, and items that you would like to add to a future meeting or items that will be discussed later on the agenda will be discussed at the correct times during the meeting. I will provide a brief reminder of this approach at the start of each public comment item. Finally, when committee members or BRN staff are not speaking, I would like to remind them to mute their microphone. If I detect background noise during the meeting as a result of unmuted microphones, I will mute them automatically. Thank you.
Thank you, IEC moderator. We're going to move on to item 3.0, public comment for items not on the agenda, as well as items for future agendas. First, does the committee have any additional items they wish to add for future agendas? All right, hearing none, we're going to go ahead and open it up to public comment. IEC moderator.
We will be opening for public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature, now known as Slido. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember you'll have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Meeting facilitator Clark, there are no public requests for comments on the WebEx. Do we have any in-person representation in BRN HQ?
No, we do not.
Thank you. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please. All right, we'll move on to agenda item 4.0, approve draft meeting minutes from the prior meeting. So we provided to the members the draft minutes from the May 14th committee meeting and are asking for if there's any edits. If not, we are asking for a motion to approve the minutes as drafted.
Andrew Berger, motion to approve the minutes as drafted.
Second the motion.
All right. Any discussion? All right, we'll open it to the public for their comments. IEC moderator.
We will be opening for public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember you'll have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a warning if, I'm sorry, I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Meeting facilitator Clark, there are no public requests for comments on the WebEx. We have no in-person representation in BRN HQ. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
All right. We'll go ahead and do voting by roll call. So when I say your name, you can say yes, no, or abstain. Joan Taylor,
Yes.
Scott Berger.
Andrew Berger.
Oh,
yes.
Andrew Berger. I'm
It's okay. No worries.
And Scott. Scott Gunther is yes. All right, the motion carries. We'll go ahead and proceed to agenda item 5.0. And 5.0, these are the intervention program updates. So in general, management continues to work with Premier Health Group, attending all IEC meetings, providing education to IEC members and identifying any gaps in regulation related to the intervention program. IEC vacancies and recruitment. The board continues to recruit IEC members with knowledge and experience in treatment of substance use disorder or mental illness. To apply for an IEC member, interested parties can find our application on the board's website at rn.ca.gov. We do have some candidates that are moving forward to the next full board meeting later in November, so we hope to fill some vacancies soon. Program outreach, board staff in collaboration with Premier staff is in the process of updating its outreach brochures and posters. The board has emailed 345 outreach materials to individuals this most recent quarter. Any questions about those updates? Okay. Can we go ahead, IEC moderator, and open this up for public comment?
We will be opening for public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for a comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember you'll have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Meeting facilitator Clark, there are no public requests for comments on the WebEx. We have no in-person representation in BRN HQ. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to agenda item 6.0, information only regarding requirements for participation and completion in the intervention program, including requirements of working positions involving direct or indirect patient care and or furnishing or administering administering narcotics to patients. I'm going to turn this over to our executive officer, who's going to provide an update and on the review of individual program participant requirements.
Thank you, Lorraine. I appreciate that. So my name is Loretta Melby, or Lori. I'm the board's executive officer. About 2 years ago now, we started receiving some public complaints and some outreach in many of our meetings. I'm sure you guys experienced that with your IECs, as well as in our board committees, as well as our board meetings. Based on that information, in August of last year, our board made a motion, and that motion is in the materials starting on page 7, that says suspend the imposition of the requirement that participants work in direct patient care unless there's additional evidence of patient safety issues. Suspend the imposition of requiring that participants work passing narcotics unless there's an additional evidence of patient safety issues. And then if an IEC recommendation extends the length in the program beyond 3 years, the executive officer must review and examine the evidence. So after this motion was made, I was also directed in June of that year to do a deep dive into the intervention program based on the complaints that we were hearing. We heard that people were being required to work in direct patient care. They were being required to pass narcotics, even though their job history had only been where they'd work in case management. We heard that there were some people that were required to work in direct patient care, even though they had medical issues or disabilities that made them where they could not work in direct patient care. And then we also heard that people were being extended in the program past 3 years without any evidence to support that. So based on that, I did a lengthy report out in August to our board members. If you ever have, 8 hours to spare and you want to go and watch that, please do so. I recommend watching it on at least 2 times speed. There was a lot of information shared. So in November, immediately following that board meeting, there were 22 reviews that were put in front of me. And we reviewed them. The ones that had the evidence, they were supported and continued to move forward. And the ones that did not have evidence to support the motions were sent back to IECs for reconsideration, or for them to find the evidence to support the motion. The goal was not to overturn the recommendations from the IEC members. The goal was to ensure that they were supported in evidence so that they would be defensible, and that the IP member would have an understanding of why they were being required to do that for completion. As the year has gone on, the last board meeting that we had, since the last board meeting and now in preparation of the next board meeting, there's only been 1 review that has been sent to me. So there's been a big decrease in those requirements, less people staying greater than 3 years without evidence to support it, less people being asked to do direct patient care without evidence to support it, and less people being required to pass narcotics as evidence for returning to safe practice, again, without evidence to support that. So the goal is we'll go to the board meeting in November, and we will ask for this review process to not be completed by me anymore. I will just do spot checks, and it will go back to the program manager, Jess Breet. She actually stepped in for me this last go around. I was getting ready for our sunset review process and was not able to quickly turn around some of the recommendations and reviews. And so Jess Breet picked those up and was able to accurately return them back to the committees that needed, or approve them that were able to move forward. So that was a wonderful happenstance, actually. So at this moment, I do want to open up for any questions, any concerns that you might have, any feedback that you would want to provide on this ask. I have 1 more IEC to meet after this meeting, and I will be done reaching out to all of the IECs. And there have been various responses in accepting this. And so I want to make sure that I allow time for conversation, question and answers, or anything that you guys might have. saw a head nod, but haven't
Oh,
seen
I'm
much
good.
else.
No
That's
questions.
okay. Yeah. Do you guys feel comfortable with uniform standards number 12 with not requiring them to work or pass narcotics? Is that something that you believe can be demonstrated in other ways? Do you feel strong about that?
Didn't we talk about this the last time? I thought we came to a consensus.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there
not
was
with
some-
me, you haven't, but you guys may have talked about it internally, and that's perfectly fine.
Yep. No question.
No questions. And was that, I didn't get an affirmative on before when you guys had come to the agreement. Do you guys, the agreement wasn't positive, wasn't support? Or,
We came to the agreement that we did not, it was not necessary to have a requirement for persons to go back to work in passing medications and or work in patient care.
okay, wonderful. Good to hear. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. I do plan on coming to IECs on a routine basis, just to offer any education from the board. We did discover that that was something that was missing. You guys were appointed by the board, but then there was not continued conversation from the board since that. So me serving as the liaison for the board, they just have asked me to continue on in this. So I will cut this short, let you guys get on with your regular meeting, and then I will see you in the future. And if you guys have any questions or comments, please reach out to me. If you guys think of something in between time and you want to reach out to me and have a conversation offline, we absolutely can do that. And if not, if you want to bring something to the next meeting to have discussion, it doesn't have to necessarily be about this, then we can be prepared for that as well. So thank you. Enjoy your day. Appreciate you guys helping us out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lori. IEC moderator, can we also open this up to the public to provide comment?
We will be opening for public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for a comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember you will have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give a reminder as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Meeting facilitator Clark, there are no public requests for comments on the WebEx. You have no in-person representation in BRN HQ. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please. Thank you, Mark. Moving on to agenda item 7.0, review IEC member guide and intervention program regulations. California Code of Regulations, sections 1446, 1449, and provide recommendations to the board. This is a standing agenda item. We're always looking for feedback that you may have from working with these cases, providing feedback on the program guidelines and on the member guide. The member guide most recently was updated to be more user-friendly and have more information referencing the uniform standards. So I hope you find it helpful. With that, any discussion or questions?
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll go ahead then and open it, hearing none, open it up to the public for public comment.
We'll be opening for public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember you'll have 2 minutes to make your comments. I would like to remind you as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, I would like to make a comment. Meeting facilitator Clark, there are no public requests for comments on the WebEx. We have no in-person representation in BRN HQ. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Moving on to agenda 8.0 for discussion and possible action, approve the proposed 2026 IEC 7 meeting schedule. So what has been presented to the committee members have been the meetings that we're proposing for next year. Currently, we're proposing 6 meetings here at HQ2. I'm going to go ahead and open this up to discussion with the committee members. We're proposing 6 meeting dates on July 27th, March 18th. You might see on your screen too. May 27th, July 29th, September 29th, and December 12th. And we're requesting, again, discussion, if no objections, and requesting a motion to approve the proposed schedule for next year.
And this IEC will most likely be having a new member to before these dates.
Yes.
Appointed.
Is there any discussion, as we had mentioned earlier to Lorraine, about possibly going back to South Bay or somewhere closer to where the members are?
So the only issue that arises, and I know we've experienced it, is we cannot control Wi-Fi. We can't control just the meeting accessibility, the rooms, etc. We've had a lot of issues in booking those in places because, for a public meeting, we need public access and so forth. So that's been our challenge in having those meetings in those places. But through, like I said, CalAiders and travel, DCA travel, we do, want to encourage and make sure that you're getting compensated and so forth. If it's a travel issue coming in the morning, please let us know and we can make arrangements as well. The only reason we're doing South is we have our, we have DCA buildings that we are able to check Wi-Fi and everything like that to ensure that our resources are accurately confirmed. And we do understand that it is a drive for you. So definitely reach out to the analyst if you need any of the further accommodations to attend these meetings during headquarters. I hope that answered your question. I apologize.
Okay, any further discussion?
So there'll be 6 meetings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that 2 I'm looking at are probably, I'm not going to be able to attend, but yeah, for sure. For the May 27th and the 9/29.
Is that an issue for other 2 members, knowing that we'll probably have other members that will present this to? And although we do request that these be approved by the IEC and by majority, we do have flexibility to make changes if necessary.
And we can keep this as a standing item on the agenda so we can continue to discuss this at future meetings. But we obviously January is coming up, so if we could have a motion, a consideration of a motion.
Second.
For January 27th.
Can do that.
Motion for acceptance and keep as a standing item.
Could you repeat the motion? I'm sorry.
To accept the January and keep this schedule as a standing item
On the agenda.
on the agenda.
All right, we have a motion from Joan to approve the January 27th meeting date and then keep this item as a discussion item for future meetings. Do I have a second?
Andrew seconds it.
Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and open it up for public comment. IEC moderator.
We will be opening for public comment now. I will be activating the question and answer feature. Please refer to the screen share for members of the public to see how they should type in their request for comment. I've activated the question and answer feature. Members of the public can indicate that they would like to make a comment by typing into the question box, "I would like to make a comment." Please remember you'll have 2 minutes to make your comments. I will not give reminders as your time approaches. I do not want to interrupt you nor cause you to lose your train of thought. I will mute your microphone and inform you that your time has expired, and we'll move on to the next member of the public. I'll pause for a moment for members of the public to type in, "I would like to make a comment." Meeting facilitator Clark, there are no public requests for comments on the WebEx. We have no in-person representation there in BRN HQ. Would you like me to close this window?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
I will go ahead and wrap up this item with a roll call vote. Your vote can be yes, no, or abstain. And we'll start with Joan.
Yes.
Joan Taylor, yes. Scott Gunther.
Yes.
Scott Gunther, yes.
Andrew Berger, yes.
Andrew Berger, yes. And that motion carries. And we'll go ahead and proceed to agenda item 9.0. Closed session. So the committee will now meet in closed session to discuss and vote on matters related to intervention program applicants and participants pursuant to Business and Professions Code 2770.10. And we'll go ahead and
Open session will reconvene immediately following closed session.
thank you.
IEC 7 is now reconvening into open session. Can I have a roll call by all members?
Scott Gunther.
Joan Taylor.
Andrew Berger,
A quorum has been established at 2:59 in open session. We will now adjourn this meeting at 2:59. Thank you.